Hey guys, welcome back. I have another story. So basically, my mom and her brother and their friends went out one night in Haiti. And when they went out, they were being kids and they saw a dog barking. In Haiti, it's just beautiful weather, island vibes. You're chilling with your friends. And in those islands, they don't really treat dogs like how we treat dogs here in America. We really treat our dogs really good compared to third world countries, how they treat their dogs. Dogs are like kicked and stray and just not treated as good as we treat them here. So they saw a dog and the dog kept barking and they kicked the dog in the mouth. They kicked that dog in the mouth. They were like, shut up. My mom's brother kicked the dog. So they go home, they go about their way. The next day, a man knocks on the door. Bo, 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 bo. The man was my mom and my uncle's father's friend. Because the man liked my father so much, he came back the next day and told, who answered the door? I think their aunt answered the door. My parents were, my mom and my uncle were with my aunt or my grandma, one of them. So anyhow, she answers the door. I think my grandma or my aunt answers the door. And the guy tells her, listen, somebody kicked me last night. Your son kicked me last night. My uncle's like, I didn't kick you last night. What are you talking about? How do you say in Creole? I don't know how you say it. Child, forgive me. I forgot my Creole. How do you say kick? Oh, I forgot. So he said in Creole, I didn't kick you, okay? And the guy was like, yes, you did. And in the Haitian culture, you don't argue with adults, and the adults are always right. So he got an ass whooping. He got his butt beat. They beat him so bad. And he ended up telling my aunt the story, my uncle, and his family the story, and they believed him, of course, because again, the supernatural is not it's common in Haiti, so they believed him. And he learned a lesson, never do that again, because if that man did not come back the next day, he would have killed my uncle. He would have did some witchcraft to kill my uncle. That's what he told my aunt and my grandma, whoever answered the door. I still don't remember who answered the door. He told him, because I am friends with his father, I came back. But if it was not for me being friends with the father, I would have did serious witchcraft and he would have been dead. That's how serious it is in these islands. And that's why the Bible says, guys, we have to turn to the Lord, because God has given us power over all the enemy. He's given us all the power over the enemy. Power to trample upon serpents and snakes. So when stuff like this happens, we could be like, no, you're not going to kill me, because the power of God, the power of the living God is even more greater than yours. But because at the time they were not really into Christianity, they didn't really know Christ, they didn't follow Jesus, they were just thankful for their lives. And that's why it's important to know who you are and who you belong to. Okay? But y'all, that's what happened. He came back, told my aunt or my grandma, whoever answered the door, and my uncle was spared, because that man was a very evil man. He did a lot of witchcraft. He apparently had shapeshifted into that dog, and my uncle kicked the dog. So the person that my uncle kicked was the dog that man shapeshifted into. So the man shapeshifted into a dog, and my uncle kicked the dog, and he was mad because my uncle kicked him, and God knows whose blood he was sucking that night. He's obviously a lugau, Because when you're shape-shifting, you're looking for blood to suck, because that's how they get their power. They get their power from sucking blood. Innocent children's blood, virgin blood. You have to be a virgin. You have to be a child. And a lot of children, they end up dying from unexplainable health issues, right? Sometimes the children die from malnutrition and because the healthcare over there is the healthcare disparity is really, really, really bad. They just attribute it to lugau or voodoo. Not everything is voodoo or lugau, but in a lot of cases it is. And thank God that my uncle was safe, but God knows who that man went to eat that night, whose blood he went to suck that night, because he was a very wicked man. And I hope that he repented and died with Christ, because he was very evil. But y'all, that's the story. My uncle is here in America. He's chilling. He's got kids of his own. Thank God. And I'm here telling you guys a story, a real story. See you guys later. Peace. Bye.